Hello everyone! Welcome to the very first episode of Not Followers anymore, it's Fractures of Reality. Dun dun dun.
Woohoo.
So, before we begin, I shall read you a little bit of information about this campaign.
Oh boy.
Yee.
It has been 200 years since the followers defeated the calamity and brought peace to the land. However, peace does not always last forever. And that peace, I swear, people mowing. Well, I'm gonna just speak a little louder just in case you guys can hear that in the background. But if there's any issues, do just tell me and I'll just show it just so you guys can read it just in case. Okay. Roughly 10 years ago, the peace was broken as the sky suddenly darkened and the sun turned black. During the day, ghosts and ghouls would appear all over Mayhem and Norheim. After the day passed, they went away, but the damage was done. Ever since then, though, once a month, various undead and beasts rise up under the black sun. Only, sometimes they don't go away. Sometimes they just find places to hide from the light of the sun.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Reports have surfaced of the Appalachia town having a zombie problem. This town is known for their apples and their clergy. The clergy helps transport the apples all over the land using the gentle repo spell to ensure that they do not go off and remain as fresh as the day they were plucked. It's
Smart.
a mutually beneficial relationship for both the clergy and the farmers and pickers. Alas, they've been having a little bit of a zombie problem. Adventurers have been asked to come and help out, but with the north being largely sparse of major settlements and of the main adventuring guild, not many have actually shown. After all, there's a giant mountain blocking the most direct route from the major cities to move north. Though, that makes it ripe for plucky and determined adventurers to make their mark. Plenty of jobs to do, and they're sitting there, all yours for the taking. In fact, that's what brought most of you to this town. They're offering 1 gold per skeleton defeated, provided you can provide the head, of course. And it's that reason that you came to the Half-Pitch Inn and rested for the night. You all had a lovely dinner, you all got rooms, and you all rested. The morning came, and with it, as you're leaving your room, Jezebel, you run into, it looks to be a kitsune, and you know this because you deal with rare types of people, in that you've met a lot of rather uncommon and rare races in your time. And to see a kitsune, well, it's possible it's just a yokai. After all, kitsune and yokai do look very alike, and that's why it's always hard to determine them from a glance. But your gut says otherwise. Your gut says, this is a kitsune. Of course, your gut could
does-
be very wrong. It's been wrong before, like the time you just had gas.
Okay, 1, rude. Do not speak of that again. And 2, Jezebel, I guess, walks by, stops for a second, and just stares at the possible Kusune very, very closely. Her eyes are like narrowed in, and she just like studies him from afar.
Ryu, you notice an odd tiefling staring at you as you exit your room.
I notice this. I look towards her and I ask, "Can I help you?"
I'm gonna go right up to him and like stare really closely at his face. And I'm just going,
Is there something on my face?
Not quite, even though your face is quite handsome. And then I'm going to point it to his ears and his tail.
This. Do you always compliment people the first time you're talking to them for the first time?
Yes, actually. She just grins. At least the good-looking ones, anyway. And you are actually very handsome, cute. Are you a kitsune?
Are you a hunter?
Oh boy.
She just grins, not really giving an answer.
You both are interrupted as a kobold walks up to Jezebel and says, "I have conversed with the staff that cater to the meals, and they have agreed to let me create your meal and ensure it is not poisoned. So you may order whatever you wish from the menu."
Isabel immediately turns around and throws her hands up in the air and grins to the kobold and says, "Thank you, my master chef. Oh, that puts me so much at ease. Especially since the fact that I cannot cook."
If you require anything else, I shall be in your room. And he bows.
Hold on. Jezebel's
Yes?
gonna hold a finger. She's gonna go over to the kobold, grab his cheeks, and then make him look at Ryu. And she goes, "Who do you see, my master chef?"
I see a white-haired yokai.
Are you sure that's a yokai? And then she's gonna narrow her eyes again at Ryu.
Do you require anything further, my lady?
She will just pat Chef's cheeks twice, and then grin and say, "No, you're dismissed. Thank you."
Then I shall be in our room. He bows and slinks back into the room, leaving the two in the hallway.
Isabel just waves to Chef and then turns to Ryu with a grin, and she goes, "Oh, don't mind him. He's just my chef, even though his name is Chef."
You have your own chef.
Mm-hmm. Blame my mother. She technically hired him for me because I cannot cook to save my life, and apparently I eat too much junk.
Okay, if you're hiring your own chefs, then I'd say that means you and your family are well off.
I mean, we're alright, I suppose. My mother is just very daunting and always worries about me because I'm always running off on my own. So, of course, she'd rather have me have, I guess, finger quotes, companion. So that way I'm not lonely. But, to tell you the truth, I mean, I don't really mind him. But, I don't mind going on my own.
So, are you more or less a noble, or do you just have very overbearing parents?
I'll let you mull about that a little bit. And she just grins at him.
As you two are talking, you hear from the open door that leads to the main bar area the sounds of odd music. It sounds like a strumming like a violin, but it's a bit too violent for a violin. And it almost sounds electronic-y. Like, you don't quite know how to place it, but it sounds like lightning, but in your ears. And in a good way. The performance is quite decent. Though a few keys are messed up, and occasionally you do get the moment where they have to slow down a bit and pause to remember what the next bit of the song is.
Sounds like someone's having a party with odd music.
Sounds like the bard woke up.
Oh, a
Cicada?
bard?
Cicada and Corax, you also both hear the soft music as you wake from your slumber and get ready for the day. Corax, you are in a large ensuite with a cook and a fetcher that have been there to serve you for your stay this day. Cicada, you're in a small room with a tiny bed.
So, you want to go first? You can go first.
Sure. Somewhat hungover Korax rises out of bed. He's like, ugh, who's murdering a violin in the main lobby?
Would you like me to see, sir?
Please do. I'll go get my clothes on.
So while you get dressed and the lovely lady hands you a small breakfast, the fetcher comes back and informs you it appears a cotton candy fox is playing a strange instrument.
I'm going to need more antacid tablets.
Of course, I will fetch some right away.
Thank you.
He returns with a large box that says 50 antacid tablets.
That's a lot.
Okay. Pause right now while I look up something real fast.
He's looking at how many he can have at once.
Okay.
So, anyways, I
While
guess
you
it's
do
my
that-
turn.
Okay, so I just drop twice the usual dosage into my coffee.
They patiently allow you to eat your breakfast. And while you eat your breakfast, Cicada, you've woken up. Cicada, sorry. You've woken up and you've got a new friend. It's a lovely little baby. It's a lovely little giant roach sitting right on top of your blankets.
Yeah. She just kind of looks at it and just goes, "Hello there." As a Kenku, she can mimic other sounds and other people and other languages. So she's heard "hello there" from one of her cartographer friends a while back. So
Its little antennas flicker a bit, and then it goes skitter skitter skitter.
yeah.
No thanks.
And I just have it. I just let it crawl away. Let it skitter away off of my bed as I get up.
Alright.
Stretch and get ready for the day.
Do you investigate the mysterious music?
Yeah, she's gonna go outside. once she's all prepped up and ready to go.
Yes, exactly, Peter. Exactly. Just talking to Twitch chat. Well,
Okay.
YouTube chat. So, you head on your way out, and you pass by a hallway where you see a tiefling and a yokai quietly discussing said music. And through the door right here, you can see what looks to be a cotton candy yokai as you head down this hallway here.
Okay. Cicada waves to one of the employees, I suppose, who's doing work, and heads outside to this hall.
Actually, it's a woman. She's currently on the toilet. She
Oh,
gives you a confused wave back.
Okay. Didn't realize. Sorry. I just leave.
So, Jezebel, as you're going to look towards the music, you see a cotton candy yokai and a little 3 foot tall. You're 3 feet, right? No, not you, Cicada.
Okay.
4 feet, 3
A
inches.
little 4 foot Kenku quietly clinking her way down the hallway to look at the sound.
And to investigate the sound yet.
Yeah.
Well, I hear the little click, click, click. And I'll glance over my shoulder for a second and wait to see who's coming down.
You see a red-eyed Kenku.
I do a double take for a second and then I look, my eyes narrow. And then I put my hands to my cheek and I go, "You are adorable!"
Oh, thank you.
Did you just talk?
She can mimic just fine. And she goes, yes.
Oh goodness. Oh, that's right. I thought Kangas could only do it from people who are talking at them. That's interesting.
Yes.
Isma grins and then...
just fine.
Indeed you can. She'll lean really close to Cicada and with the big old grin on her face, she goes, "You are actually very, very cute, even if you aren't a humanoid.
She's
Can
blushing.
I touch your feathers?"
She's blushing.
So, Korax, you have just finished your cancer in a bottle and are currently hearing sounds from outside of a conversation between what sounds like a squealing pig and the quiet mutterings of a
A bird.
disjointed conversation.
Yeah, her
Jeez,
speech is
make
very
fun of-
disjointed.
Make fun of my voice, thanks.
What do you do, Korax?
And I walk out. I was still nursing a bit of a headache. And walk over to see what the hell that server was talking about.
You see Clara playing some weird instrument that looks like a triangle, but in the shape of a heart. You don't know what it is, but regardless,
Looks like a lute.
you see the cotton candy yokai playing it.
Do the other... Okay, I'm gonna look around very carefully. Do the other patrons appear to be enjoying it?
They look a little confused, but they seem to be going, yeah. I mean, it's a passable performance. It's not too grating on the ears, and there's not too many missed keys and stuff.
I'm gonna go. Right. I'm gonna go find a place where I can't hear it.
Alright, roll perception. While you're doing that, Jezebel, Cicada.
18.
Alright, so Cicada goes, I do not have feathers.
Oh, I apologize.
I have some on my head, but I am without wings.
But you still have feathers, right? And she wiggles her fingers. She goes, "Can I just take one?"
Okay. Flex one feather.
Jezebel basically looks like she has sparkles in her eyes as she takes the feather, looks it over, and then she'll go over and she'll wrap her arm around Cicada's arm and hugs it while like rubbing her face into her shoulder. And she goes, "You and I are gonna be best friends."
So, Corax, as you walk around the tavern, and even as you leave the tavern and walk around the town, no matter how far you go, even if you get outside the actual range of the sound, you still hear it, as if it's echoing in your head.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Minor Illusion to make myself hear silence instead of that sound.
You hear silence for exactly 1 minute.
I will cast it again when that minute is up. It is a cantrip.
That still sounds kind of inconvenient.
Yeah.
So, I'll leave you there with your fleece stuffed in your ears then. Ryu, you have discovered the source of the sound.
I'm unfortunately not able to do that yet.
Kagura?
Hmm?
You discovered the source of the sound.
What in the world is that? A violin?
It's a guitar, she says as she continues to strum to music.
A what?
A guitar. Some adventurer came by my home at one point in time. Looked so amazing.
Well, whatever it is, it's hurting my ears, so I'll be going. Thank you.
She has this sad look on her face.
Aw. Ears drooping.
She turns the volume down on the amp. Because apparently some people don't like hearing things so loud.
Corax, as the spell wears out and you start muttering the incantation to recast it, you realize you can't hear it anymore.
Blessed silence.
So, as Jezebel is leading Cicada towards the source of the knife, she asks her, "Who are you? I can't say I've seen anything like you before."
Oh. She'll look over her arm and then do like a little like twirl with like a pose showing off. She goes, "You never met a tiefling, dear."
Tiefling. No.
Aw.
First time.
Oh, count me lucky being your first. She just gives it like a teasing grin. And
Your name?
she'll point to herself, and she goes, "You can call me Jezebel."
My name is Cicada.
Oh, your name is cute.
She's blushing even more. She is very susceptible to compliments.
Jezebel
Jezebel.
knows.
Jezebel, as you head in to see and listen to the music that the cotton candy yokai is strumming, you see Ryu making a quick exit.
Jezebel immediately hones in on Ryu, realizing my first target. Oh goodness, wait! And she's going to stop for a second, look over at the yokai, look her up and down for a second, and be like, "You are also cute. I will come back for you later," and then runs after Ryu.
She has the most confused look on her face as she continues to play the music.
Ryu flinches. Ryu flinches, sees the tiefling coming, is like crap!
Wait! I don't even know
run.
your name!
It's Ryu Lanethwa. Now bye.
No, I gotta tell you my name! Come back! I still have questions!
So did
Okay.
I. You've been pretty, but you didn't answer any of them.
I will once you answer mine first! Get back here!
That's not how this works.
Yes, it does. She's grinning widely the whole time with like a glint in her eye, like she is enjoying this, and she's not going to give up so easily.
Cicada is just looking on.
Ryu, make me a dex save. Actually, both you and Korax need to make a dex save because you're too busy glancing back at the red menace chasing after you to watch where you're going, and you're on a collision course with Korax.
Korax, I think, would see that coming. See him coming.
Fair enough. You step out of the way.
Yeah, I see what's happening, and okay. Is Ryu still within Jezebel's sight?
Yes.
Damn it! I was gonna do something clever. Oh well.
You can't stop me.
It like as he walks back. Excuse me, miss. Has he stolen something from you?
Dang, you got right in my way. Am I gonna run into him? 'Cause I'm still chasing after you.
Roll a dex save.
Oh no.
8.
You manage to skid to a stop right before you smack face first into Korax.
Yeah. Excuse me, ma'am. And you appear to be chasing that man. Did he steal something from you?
Oh, she stops for a second, and then she looks a little upset that he stopped her. She goes, "No, I'm trying to just ask him a couple questions, and he's getting away."
If you cut straight through to the gardens, the path, and you'll reach him first.
She kind of blinks for a second, surprised, and then looks looks back at him, and then she grins, and she goes, "I like you." And then we'll run back and take the path that he recommended.
So, Ryu,
Meanwhile,
do you try and run back to your room?
Yes.
As you're running back to your room, which is through here, you catch a glimpse as Jezebel rounds the corner, skidding to a stop as she blocks your view of the cotton candy yokai.
okay.
Playing electric
While,
violin.
I guess while all of that was going on, Cicada is listening to music that Clara is playing.
Seeing that Clara is still playing it, like Korax is gonna sigh, take a seat, and under his table, doing the somatic components under the table.
He does notice that she switched instruments, right?
Yeah, but yep, yeah, but he still thinks your music is awful. So
Ow.
he's gonna he's gonna make you hear random sounds in your head, so you won't keep playing. You'll be too distracted to play.
Roll performance with disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
10.
I mean, even without being able to hear, you're able to pull off an okay performance, but you still have no idea. You still have no idea what you're playing. So, Cicada, as you move to take a seat, the bartender gives you a wave. He's just a generic-looking human. You know, he's got brown hair, brown eyes, brown clothes, brown temperament, brown underwear. Hey, welcome to the half pitch you're in. I trust you slept
Hello.
well.
Yes.
What can I get you? We got a wide selection of meals for breakfast. We
She.
Okay,
Alright, she.
Hold on, real quick. Right as you're about to order, you just see a red blur go by and say, "Hi, Cicada. Bye, Cicada."
Bye.
Best line in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yep.
And she looks over the menu and she points to the centaur Ryan and goes, "This one, please."
sure thing. That'll be 3 silver.
Okay. She gives the bartender 3 silver.
So you place down the silver, and you get a large enough piece of rye bread that has been shaped and molded into the image of a centaur with long hair and little antlers on the head.
She eats it.
Would you like any drinks with that, miss?
Oh,
We got
what else is on the menu?
We got some goblin grog. We got glowgrass, silver's ale.
No,
Drive
thank
heaps.
you.
Alright. And he goes back to cleaning glasses. Jezebel and you. What do you do?
Isabel just like stands there with her hands on her hips and a glit in her eyes. She goes, "You can't escape forever."
I can certainly try. He just runs back the other way.
Oh, playing hard to get. It makes me want you even more.
Is
Korax,
this-
Korax is having second thoughts about having helped you.
She just has some questions.
So, I need Ryu and Jezebel to both make me con saves.
Oh dear.
Ryu,
Oof.
you managed to run maybe over to about, say, here before you become out of breath. You know, you've not done much running in your time, being that you're from, you know, a noble family. You gotta find somewhere to hide. She's right on your tail. She's coming. You can hear her. What do you do?
He
Darn him.
he ducks into the nearby trees. He uses thaumaturgy to create the sound of footsteps going behind the hedge.
Alright, I need you to roll stealth. I'll give you advantage. And Jezebel, I need you to roll perception.
And while that's going on,
So
Dang.
can I tell if the noise that I'm hearing is like localized on me or outside?
I'm not sure. What did you cast again, Woodward?
Minor illusion.
Okay. I'm not sure if
She's
you'd be
going
able.
she's going to be investigating it.
Okay.
You can't tell where it's localized. It's just in your head.
Even if I move around?
Even if.
Can Cicada still hear it?
Cicada probably can't hear anything.
Flora's the only one who can hear anything.
I don't think I'd be able to make any perception checks or anything of the sort.
That's the conclusion that this is probably a cruel prank. And she's looking for anyone who might be enjoying this display.
Cicada just looks a
Or
little
lack thereof.
confused.
Korax looks vaguely relieved. And by the way, like he already cast it. He's not still doing the somatic component.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Excuse
it goes
me,
away
sir.
after.
What was that?
I mean, if it's been a minute, then it will probably have gone away by now.
Okay.
I'd say you'll after
It probably
you.
takes more than a minute for her to figure out what's going on, so she resumes playing the instrument.
The performance is quite good now. Like, it's tolerable, correct?
Cicada likes it. She has no taste in music.
Meanwhile, Jezebel, dashing right past Ryu's hiding place, you head out into the city. Ryu, you successfully avoided a social situation.
Nice.
Dang, I just wanted to ask some questions.
What do you do? What do you both do now? You've both lost where the other one went.
Jezebel pouts, looking a little bit upset while tapping her foot. And she'll keep looking for him.
Alrighty. Ryu, what do you do?
He's walking away from the scene of the crime. I'm muttering, Alex, it would have been a little help back there. Would have been really nice.
So you head back to the tavern?
Yes.
Alright. Do you head to your room or do you head to the music?
He's gonna head to the tavern since now that since the music's died down, or quieted down anyway. He's gonna just take a seat at one of the tables to catch his breath.
You alright, love? You alright?
I think I just had a near-death experience.
I hope you're okay.
With a little innocent tiefling. Big baby.
Baby bird.
So, with your eventful breakfast concluded, the day stretches before you. The undead typically don't come out until the night, so you got some time to explore the city and decide where you're going to go. Appalachia is a big town. Oops, hold on. Sorry, I got it for night. Let me move it to day. Damn. Bush.
Let there be light.
Appalachia is a pretty big town. It's got a fairly sizable population. There's plenty of places to look around and check out. General store. And you all have time to decide where you're going to go for the night's activities. You got some time to think on things, to explore and look around. And Jezebel, since you're looking for a certain yokai, you can take first pick. Where do you explore?
I am curious, since basically either he disappeared or I probably missed him, so I'm going to backtrack where I last saw him.
Alright, so you head back to the inn.
Yep.
Well, you head to the inn. You run into a male halfling he's got a bit of a baggy hairstyle, looks like he just woke up. He's currently, tending to the garden, and he looks over to you as you begin to make circles around that area you last saw him. And he just watches you, slowly stopping from doing more and more work.
She still looks real curious, and do I notice the halfling?
Yeah, he's not really hiding.
I'm gonna go right over to him and I go, "Hello dear, can I ask you a question?"
Yeah, yes, miss. What can I help you with?
Oh, aren't you sweet calling me miss? Anyway, have you happened to see a possible, she looks doubtful, but she grins anyway, yokai with white hair, white ears, and white tail, wearing a very noble outfit?
I'm sorry, miss. I was just working on my, the garden. I'm Bando, but if you like, I can let the fetchers know to tell you if they see him.
Oh, that would actually be very sweet, thank you. You may call me Jezebel, dear.
All right, it's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Jezebel.
You as well. And she puts her hands on her hips with a sigh, looking around. She goes, "I can't believe I lost him. Oh, I wanted to ask him a couple questions."
With that, who wants to go next?
Once
Alright.
Cicada is finished. Sorry?
Alright, Cicada, you've got the day
Okay.
to prepare for the night's fest activities. What do you do?
Well, once she's finished her rye bread, she gives a small tip of 1 silver to Clara for the music.
Cora, you
Yeah, I
have
have
made
one.
1 silver.
Yeah, Clara gets 1 silver.
Woot!
Thank you.
What do you do next?
Welcome.
I guess. Well, we're going to be fighting off a bunch of undead, so guess I could go to see Temple of Golden Scale to see if they have any holy water.
So, as you head into the temple, a rather dry-looking elf with black hair and silver eyes gives you a look and says, "Welcome to the Temple of the Gold Scale. I am Alion. How can I help you?"
Hello there. My name is Cicada. I am looking for holy water.
Sorry, that stuff is quite hard to come by considering we're in the middle of a undead outbreak. We can't give it to you. But if you bring any undead here, we will give you 1 gold for each undead taken care of.
Okay.
Just bring their
Thank
heads when
you.
you're done defeating them.
Okay. Thank you. Anyway,
Is there
so I'm
anything?
gonna go to the general store.
All right.
And
You find a pink-haired elf with flowers in her hair and a bright smile. Hi there, I'm Lazary. How can I help you today?
hi there. She is. I am just browsing.
Well, look at all
You-
you want.
Do you have anything that I might be able to buy for? She counts how many that she has, which is 4 fingers. This many
Full copper?
gold pieces.
Oh, gold pieces. Well, we have rope. We have hooded lanterns, which will allow you to see, and you can hood them so that they don't only shed light in a small radius. Then you've got, let me think. You've got rations, of course. Oh, and if you're looking for pets, I happen to have. Da 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 da! She moves over to a small little desk and pulls out of a rag and reveals a cricket. It's a lucky cricket! His name is Crikey.
Crikey.
Yes, Crikey the lucky cricket.
How much for
This
crikey?
is a very lucky cricket after all. How about 1 gold piece?
Deal. She gives it 1 gold piece for the cricket.
You now have a regular cricket named Crikey.
Yay! Thank you.
Come back soon and let me know if your lucky cricket is defective. I can always get you another one.
Okay.
So,
And she, that's her day.
alright. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Alright, what do you do?
Clara is going to take a break from playing music. For
1 second.
lunch or something, or...
Sorry to interrupt you. The name of which NPC was it? The one for the temple, Rio.
Yes. That was-
Alion. Alion.
Okay.
Alright. Sorry for interrupting you. Continue.
She's going to pause playing music for like lunch or something, and then she comes over to the table where a certain yokai is, and she says, "Hello, may I join you?"
That's you, Ryu.
Oh, I guess. Okay, I guess that can wait a little. If he's, I guess it can be never
I mean,
mind.
you'll stop for lunch.
Yes.
Sorry, mental history. So she can sit next to join him. Is that what
Yes.
he said?
You
Okay,
can
my bad.
go and sit with him.
She sits down across the table from you and says, "Hi, I'm Clara. What's your name?"
Ryu Lenethwa.
Nice to meet you. I've heard lots about the Lenethwas. What's it like being royalty?
We're just shrine keepers from the Wildlands.
Oh, so my information is out of date? She thinks for a moment. Anywho, what did you think of my music?
Better now that it wasn't hurting my ears.
Yeah, I need to remember not to turn it up all the way. Apparently, some people don't like the music to be too loud.
Go on.
Some of us have sensitive ears.
That's true. I probably have gotten too used to it, though. And I'm just going to assume she chats.
Alright. You gain +1 friendship.
Woo!
Hey.
Level up.
Rank up.
Alright. Is there anything else you do with your day, Clara?
Oh, I do ask, what brings you here?
I came to visit the temple and ask some questions. Then they invited me to join the clergy, so I did. I've had to have been here for about a week or two, maybe.
Okay. I came to take care of skeletons. This sounds like fun.
What a coincidence! They asked me to do this. They asked me to do the same thing.
Really?
Well, yeah.
Shall we assist each other at night then?
Hey, Ryu, are you okay? You sound very breathless.
Cause he just got done running for his life.
Yeah.
No, this is sometime after. This is lunchtime.
Okay. Then,
Yeah.
belay the out of breathness.
Okay.
Yeah. Continue, sorry.
So, would you like to hunt skeletons with me tonight then?
Sure, the more the merrier. We could use the help.
That'll be great because I mostly do support and yeah.
Well, I've gotten at least some training in with melee combat, so it balances out.
Okay, that's great.
Anything else you do with your day, Clara?
Not really.
Alright, we'll move on to Ryu next because Clara was talking to him. What do you spend your day doing, Ryu?
Okay, so after talking with Clara, he just goes straight back to the temple.
Alright.
As he goes through the front door. He goes right through the front door and closes it with his back up against it, and says, "Hey, Alion, did a tiefling come in here?"
No, I haven't seen a tiefling yet.
Okay, good. I can lay low here.
Ladies giving you trouble again, pretty boy?
What did you say?
Ladies giving you problems again, pretty boy?
Okay, without the snickering.
Ladies giving you problems, pretty boy.
Okay, guess I ran into one of the crazy ones this time.
Hey!
What was she saying? What was she claiming?
She was asking the literal first thing she asked me is if I was a kitsune. So I could only assume she was a hunter after my tail.
Well, He glances to the left and the right, and then he whispers and says, "You're safe in here. We won't let her through."
Thank you.
We got some rooms in the back that you can stay in, so you don't have to go to the inn. Though you might want to pick up your stuff.
I have to go out there. or tonight. I have to go out there again anyway. The undead and all.
Yes, thank you for coming to help with that, by the way.
No problem. Just doing my job.
So, we mostly get them on the outskirts of the city. It's why most of the population stays near the center, because we can better protect them there. But, they've actually been, using the old abandoned houses, as places to hide during the day.
Out of character, is he talking about the civilians or the undead?
Undead. The undead have been using the abandoned houses that the civilians left behind as they moved to group more towards the center where they can more easily be protected.
If we know where they're hiding, why haven't we taken care of them by now?
Oh, there's just so many of them. Like, if we can just get a couple of people together to help, then we might be able to demolish them, but whenever we go out and we kill a few, by the time we get back to that area, they seem to have reappeared.
I just ran into a bard that offered her services. I think she was an adventurer.
If you want to get a party together, the going rate is 1 GP per skeleton destroyed. All you have to do is bring their head.
Bringing back a collection of heads. How lovely.
It seems to be a theme at the moment. What with your head hunter?
Tail hunter.
Well, now you're just being smart. And he turns and walks back to his post. Anything else you would like to do, Ryu?
About what he said he was going to do, lay low.
Okay. That leaves Korax.
Korax is actually going to go find whoever is in charge of this town, of the guardsmen in this town.
Alright. You find a male halfling called Ferog. After asking a few of the guards and the clergy, he's actually a paladin. He's both of the clergy and works as a guard. He's got a bright red bushel of hair and some very narrow eyes that seem to be looking right through you.
Remind me again, what's his name?
Ferog.
Hello, Mr. Ferog. A visit?
Yeah, how can I help you, citizen?
Hello, I'm looking for a woman who may have passed through, this town recently. An elf like me, similar hair and eye color, probably had her nose in a book.
Now that you mention it, there was a woman. She wasn't in town for very long. She got scared off by there was a rumor of cultists in the area around the time she was here a few months ago.
Cultists, you say?
Yes, she was in here for a day, she paid for an inn room and then she just dashed out shortly after paying for it. I was taking some time off to have a drink, so to speak.
Of course.
Yes, I definitely was not drinking on the job, and if anyone says otherwise, I will have them thrown in jail.
Of course. Thank you for the information. And he sort of gives him a quick salute. Platinum Dragon, watch over you.
Platinum Dragon, watch over you.
I don't suppose you know which direction she went in.
I think it was maybe east. Northeast? East? Somewhere like that. I didn't really see what direction she was going. I was inside in the tavern. I mean, I was guarding the tavern.
Of course.
Of course.
Korax comes away suspecting that man may have sworn the oath of the ancients.
In fact, I think I'm going to go guard the tavern right now. And he sort of begins to lumber towards the tavern.
There's a terrible bard in there that you can do us all a favor and arrest. As she looks like some kind of cotton candy fox.
Oh
Yeah. Like
yeah.
she's stabbing your ears.
Yeah, ain't she something? It's hilarious. Take care of yourself, elf.
Thank you.
So, anything else you do with your day?
Not really.
Alright. So, is there anything else you guys would like to do before it hits nightfall?
Cicada is just going to spend the day going around town drawing her notebook.
Alright.
She might bump into somebody else as she's doing this.
Alright. Does anyone wish to bump into her?
Me.
Okay. You bump into Cicada.
Nope.
And her and her pet cricket.
Sorry.
And her pet cricket Crikey.
Crikey!
Visible size, and then she notices Cicada, and she goes, Cicada! She'll go over and immediately pull you into a hug.
Jezebel.
Oh, I looked everywhere for the yokai. She quotation marks again, and then hugs Jezebel back, and she like squeezes her like she would like a pouting child squeezing a plush toy, and she like will pet Cicada's head with a pout. She goes, "All I wanted was to ask him some question, and he just runs away. It's so rude."
So rude.
See, you agree?
She's mimicking you.
Well, I'm pretty sure onto him sooner or later. And then she'll let the cicada go and she'll grin. After all, I'm pretty sure he's here for the same reason that I am.
Reason? She kind of tilts her head in a question.
Well, kinda. She kinda just gives a shrug while still smiling. She goes, I heard how there's apparently an infestation around here. So I wanted to see who would be all here to help fix this infestation.
The skeletons.
Oh, are you here for that as well?
She kind of just does a motion with her hands. It's just made kinda.
Ooh.
Not really.
Now Cicada has Jezebel's full attention, and she'll lean close. She goes, "Why are you here?"
Yeah, she actually shows her notebook, which happens to be filled to the brim with maps. And it's like, I'm a cartographer. I make maps.
Oh, Jezebel actually looks quite interested, and she'll grab some of the papers and then look through them really quickly. And then she'll smile. She goes, "Oh, you have quite the talent."
Thank you.
So you're trying to make a map of the whole region?
Yes.
Ooh, that's quite the task. How far have you come?
It's getting there.
So you're traveling all over. Wow. You know, I've been traveling quite a bit myself, but I don't think I've seen very many cartographers. Aww. And real quick, she'll grab and then pull Cicada into a hug, and she goes, "Oh, I wish you the best. You're gonna work so hard. It's gonna look so good. I can't wait to see your maps."
Thank you.
Well, and then she'll let Cicada go. She goes, for the time being, it's probably good you stay safe because apparently at night is when the infestation comes.
Ooh. They did say 1 gold per head. I am trying to make gold as well.
Oh, so you're going to tackle this task alone?
Might need some help.
Indeed. And then she'll lean in close to Cicada with a grin. She goes, would you like to have me?
Please.
Oh, since you asked so nicely. And then she'll pull her back into a hug again.
Ah,
She makes a squeaking sound.
it's more like a goose honk.
Well, you were just the cutest thing. You and I are going to make a great team. Oh, I rhymed.
Alright then.
So, is there anything anyone else wants to do before we hit nightfall? Okay. Glora, a member of the Golden Scale Temple quietly pulls you away and informs you that Ryu would meet you at the clergy, and you have gone to meet him. Jezebel and Cicada, you both are prepared and ready. And
For the most
Corax,
part.
I'm assuming... Oh, that's right, I haven't given myself visual vision, but you guys should be able to see.
Just a
Yeah.
smidge.
Yeah.
You guys can
And
see?
here's-
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I have dark-
fine.
I have
Although
dark vision.
Cicada does not have dark vision. I should have
Okay.
brought that lantern.
Regardless, it is night time, and as all the houses are boarded up and the guards begin to man makeshift barricades, you see undead. Sorry,
Except
a
I
comment.
can't.
Sorry, a comment on the Twitch chat made me chuckle.
What was it?
A DM so dedicated to keeping surprises she binds herself. So, you all watch as they man the barricades and prepare to defend the place. You guys have a search to begin. You see a few undead slowly shuffling towards the barricades, but the guards don't look too worried and they're able to easily fell them. You get the impression that these aren't the undead they want you to take care of.
You said skeletons, but okay. Zombies it is. Except I don't have any torches or any light sources at all.
Well, Jezebel looks over to Cicada. She goes, having a hard time saying, dear.
Having a hard time seeing.
Well, you're lucky you have me on your team. And I'm going to pull out... Don't I have one? Yep, I have a hooded lantern. So I'm going to pull up the lantern, and then I'm going to light it, and then I'm gonna hold it up like proudly.
Alright, so you guys can start to explore the city, and you can either roll perception checks as you move around, or you can wait for me to tell you when they appear.
I'm gonna look at the south of the city, in this long, I'm gonna check out this long alleyway.
Alright. What is everyone else going to do?
Real quick, do I still have dark vision? I'm still having difficulty seeing.
You should. Let me check your token. Oops, I forgot to set you up with dark vision. It's
Yeah,
80 feet, right?
I think so.
I
Hey.
also have dark vision. I can
You-
only see a small circle.
You do? Are you sure?
My stat block is Vulpin instead of Yokai.
Okay. I'll give you dark vision too.
Hey, thank you very much. Yeah, and it's 60 feet. There we go.
Oh, 60, not 80. Okay.
And although Cicada does not have dark vision, there should be at least a bit of a light source coming from the lantern.
Yeah, I'll give you 30.
Actually, hold on. I've got a thing I can use for this.
There we go.
I'm gonna use my divine sense to detect any undead.
Alright, let's see. How long does that last?
Any
undead that is within 60 feet of you. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's instant. Let's have a look. So 60 feet goes out to here.
Yeah, it's basically out to.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm kind of moving as I do this also. So, so like it's 6 seconds and then like kind of moving as I do that.
Okay. Well, you're able to sense quite a lot of undead.
Stay
There.
close, miss.
There.
Oh, there's a big cluster of them over there.
And there. And you also sensed one over here.
Careful, Miss Cicada. Better stay close. We tieflings can see in the dark.
So
Okay.
you two
Right.
followed after Corax. You didn't go in a different direction. I'm going
I'm
to pause you.
following-
I'm going to pause you there, Corax.
Yeah,
Jezebel and
I-
Sakura.
As soon as I sense all of them, I'm just like gonna turning back for a moment to just make sure I've got some backup.
Okay.
Oh,
So you ran
So-
into Jezebel and Cicada as they're
So-
slowly wandering.
So I sense a lot of them. Most, and well, there's a whole lot of them in most of the buildings, but at the biggest group is directly to east of the south of east of us.
Isabel will like look over Cicada and wave at the Nivea. She goes, "Hello there. My name is Jezebel, and who are you?"
My name
You
is
know,
Cora.
it's very okay. Now we know each other. You know, it's very impolite to not introduce yourself first, since we are strangers, even though we are working together. And you
Correct.
sense what again?
And skeletons all around us. It's the biggest cluster is to the southeast of us across the river.
Alright. So I'm going to pause you there because there's another group that I have to get to. Cora and Ryu, where do you decide to go searching?
Do you have a preferred direction?
Out of character, has Ryu been given any information on where they've been sighted most often?
Just what I've told you, that they're normally sighted on the outskirts of the city.
I'm gonna roll die for direction.
let's roll an 8-sided die.
Let's go check behind this. Let's go check behind the general store.
Why behind the general store?
You did point in any direction, so I just decided to go over there.
So you're saying you just picked at random?
Yes.
All
Is that a
right.
problem?
No, all right. Well, I'll humor you, but after if we don't find anything, we're scanning the outskirts of the city.
So,
Sounds good.
so do you follow the main path or do you head through and thread through the alleys?
That's a good question. Probably going to be taking this route.
Alright. I want you both to roll perception checks then.
Okay.
Okay.
Where is it? There it is.
Alright. You can hear rattling coming from this building here. Looks to be some sort of old warehouse.
Just out of character. Notice Cora doesn't know if Ryu can't see in the dark.
Ryu would have brought a torch.
Okay.
Yeah, Ryu's lit a torch, but fortunately this perception check was more on ears, not eyes.
Okay.
So, well, Clara, you didn't hear anything. Ryu, you did hear a rustling of bones coming from a nearby warehouse.
Kagura stops, ups, and raises his hand up, signaling for Clara to do the same. And he reaches for his weapon.
Okay.
I heard rattling. They're close.
Ooh.
Get ready.
She pulls out her guitar.
So,
Really?
is there anything anyone wants to do before you guys enter combat?
Yeah. Well, I imagine I'm leading the group of us back around, actually, to get the big group across the river.
Okay.
Yeah, like
So,
we're going for this group first.
How long does Detect Divine Sense last?
It would have worn off by now.
Yeah, so, okay. So I will need you all to make perception checks.
I mean, if
I
it
make that
comes
with
to
disadvantage.
if it comes to that, I'm just going to use Divine Sense again.
Alright. So, as you move back around towards that group, you notice that there's two tieflings quietly talking in the apple fields. And as you cast Divine Sense, you also realize there's more undead in the buildings.
Okay, so stop. There's more in these buildings. Take them out as we head for the big group.
So you'd have that one there, and yeah.
I do hope you're not leading us into an ambush.
Okay, so the measure. Okay, so these are accurate to. So these are accurate. So these are accurate to the actual fight, right?
They're accurate to the fight, but I mean, map-wise, the distance will be little. Like the buildings are farther apart than 5 feet, if you know what I mean. Well, no,
Yeah.
5 feet is a decent distance, so yeah, I'd say it's pretty accurate.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, Korax is going. Okay, Korax X pulls out his pistol and takes aim at this.
Again, they're all indoors. Sorry.
Okay. In that case, Korax X gets to the door of this building. And motions in Sakata and Jezebel to get ready.
And
Alright.
Cicada takes out a crossbow.
With that, I need everyone to roll an initiative. Remember to click on your tokens.
Alrighty.
Oh, and
What were you saying, Korax?
never mind.
Alright. Actually, I'm going to make that one invisible and... Oh, wait, I can't. Alright. Remind me not to delete that one when it's defeated, because that one's got the initiative order for the skeletons.
Okay.
Clara and Ryu, I also want you to roll.
I
did.
already did.
Ah, right.
I rolled such a big number.
Yes, you did. Okay.
Same.
Ryu,
Low number squad.
you get the first move. You know where the undead is. They have not seen you yet.
Well, we're all on even ground because I can't necessarily see them either. But he's heard what direction they're in, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he's going to.
And you have a torch lit. Let me update you with torches lights, sorry.
All right, thank you.
So it'd be 30 and then 15. There you go.
But that's much better. Okay. So, well, Kagura is gonna move up this alley here. Going to press himself up against the wall and peek around the corner.
You see the entrance. The door has been sort of pressed outward as if something has tried to get out, but wasn't able to.
Okay, then Ryu will.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm just weighing my options. You said they were inside and there's a door in the way?
Yes. The door could easily be moved out of the way. Like, I would say it's probably a free action with how off the hinges it is.
And the skeleton is right in front of the door anyway, right?
No, the skeleton is inside. You can hear it rattling through the wall.
Not trying to get through the door?
It tried to get through the door, but it wasn't able to, so it lost interest.
Alright. Then is there a window?
There is. You can see the skeleton and... Well... If you bring the light to look into it, the skeleton would turn towards the light and begin to shuffle in your direction. But you do indeed
Alright.
see the skeleton inside.
Okay, then, and he is going to hurl a sacred flame in its direction.
Alrighty, roll your attack.
It's a dex save. Yeah.
Sorry, he succeeded.
Let me.
I believe cantrips are no damage.
That is correct.
It would make sense. It would make sense.
Alright. Is that your turn?
Ryu just curses under his breath. That's when he saw that he missed.
You still have your movement.
And he backs off towards gets in front of Clara in a defensive manner and says, as they're coming.
Alright. The skeleton spends its turn becoming unsurprised. Corax. The skeletons over there have yet to notice you.
Hmm.
You know what?
Best not to make any loud noises. I put away my pistol and draw my rapier. Okay, so I open the door, run up to the skeleton, and stab.
Alrighty. You have advantage.
21.
Good thing you had advantage. That's a hit.
9 piercing damage.
You do 9 piercing damage.
Yeah. Leaving an opening for Jezebel.
Jezebel, 'tis your turn.
Oh, how kind of you.
Such a gentleman, isn't he?
Indeed. Well, I would be very rude if I didn't take the offer. So let's see. So I guess no pistol, because I agree it would be too loud. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see if I do this correctly. Stealth, right?
You are a. Let me just check your class real quick.
You're a level 1 rogue. I don't think you have cunning action yet.
Not yet. All right.
Yeah.
So let's see, but I can still do sneak attack since you are right there,
Yeah.
correct?
Like, that is something you have right from the beginning.
Yes.
Yep.
You don't get cunning action until level 2, I believe.
Alrighty. That's fine. I just want to make sure I do this correctly because it's my first time as a rogue. But alright, so going to move in then, and then gonna give like a bow and thanks to Corax for allowing the opening, and then I'm going to attack
Yeah, like,
with.
Korax gives you like a quick, it throws you like a quick duelist salute in response.
And rapier as well.
You have a. No, I'm sorry, that's a miss. Cicada. Clara, I know you would technically go first, but just so you guys go together as a group since you're split,
Okay.
I moved you down. Cicada.
Okay.
Okay, she's gonna move, get in position so she's not accidentally hurting anybody, and she's going to fire her crossbow.
Go for it.
That's a nat 20.
Hey!
So, you pull out your crossbow and you fiddle with it, and then you place a hand to pat your lucky cricket, only to realize that the cricket has jumped out of the cage and has landed on your arrow, and somehow they've gotten a tiny little army helmet on, and as you fire the arrow, you see the cricket kamikaze with the arrow, and the arrow hits the skull, and the cricket jumps onto the top, and then climbs into the hole, and the skeleton begins to writhe, and then collapses into a pile, with the cricket on top.
Good job. Crikey.
And, like, Korax grabs at the skeleton's head. And impressive shot. Out of character. Trying to hide that you're a warlock.
Pardon?
No, this is just out of character. Are you trying to hide that you're a warlock?
Kinda.
Uh,
I'm not ready to use Eldritch Blast yet.
the cricket hops back into its cage. Its task done helping its savior. He rescued it from a life of terrible, terrible slavery as a cricket in a cage under a blanket. Alright,
Crikey.
I'm done being silly now.
Okay. One
So got-
down.
Clara.
Okay, one down. Next three are in the building south of us.
Okay, so she was playing sneaky music, but her amp isn't on, so the electric guitars are actually kind of silent without an amp. And she's also taking care to be quiet as well, and she prepares to insult the next hostile that appears. And that is her turn.
Okay. Ryu.
Okay, do I see any more, or has it just been the one in the building so far?
You can only see the one.
Okay.
By the way, I assume I can't see it from where I'm at, right?
You could probably see
That's the
it just.
reason I prepared.
Could probably glimpse it through the window.
Oh, if I can actually see through the window, then I'm actually going to mock it then.
Alright, roll your attack. Henry, what are you gonna do?
If you want to sneak up on people, you need to stop clanking so loudly.
Alright, what I'm going to do is...
He failed and took 4 damage, by the way, Wedward.
You mean brain?
Brain, sorry. So what do you do?
Yep.
Ryu, la left.
And now the skeleton is sad.
Yeah.
He's gonna try another Sacred Flame.
Go for it. Okay, dex save. Push. Sorry, that was a 14.
Wouldn't it have...
Actually, wait, that's an attack. My bad. Carry on.
Shit.
Sorry. The skeleton moves over to the window, and you see its hands poking through as it tries to pry and get at you from the window. They're not smart. They have an intelligence of 6. The others.
I mean...
Go on.
So that's how the barricade's been working so well.
Next up is Korax. As far as you are aware, the skeletons have not noticed your presence.
Okay, one moment, I'm just taking stock of how many skulls we've got. Okay,
Just
so...
the one.
Yeah, but I'm just, like, making a thing in my inventory for it. Okay, so... Tell me, is this one next to a window?
Yep, it's actually like half in the window, like its feet is dangling out.
Alright, excellent. I'm just gonna dart over and... stab.
Alrighty.
Yeah, like, pistol's probably gonna have to come out eventually, but I would prefer to be quiet for as long as possible. So, I had advantage, right?
Yes. You're very lucky that you did, though.
Why do you think I wanted to hold on to it?
12. You lop the legs straight off the skeleton, and you see them twitching as the torso slowly begins to crawl in a circle and turn around to face you. Jezebel.
It's still alive.
Yes.
If I know skeletons, it has 1 hit point left.
Yep. Basically, I'm going to just like casually walk over, and you said it's like crawling on the floor, right?
Yeah. Of the building, but you could easily just lean in and stab it.
Basically, I'm just gonna walk over next to Korax with my hands behind my back and tilt on it and tilt my head looking at it really and go, And I guess I'll just grab my rapier and try to give it a stab.
Go for it.
Go for it.
15.
Will hit. You do enough damage to... Yeah. You stab it through the eye socket and pull out its head.
And that's 2. Quick and quiet. Well done. And he winked.
Jezebel kind of like waves the head like back and forth on her rapier a little bit and gives him a smile. She goes, "Why, thank you," and then we'll flick the head behind her and to let it land in another direction.
No, hold on to that. We need it.
Okay.
Cicada.
Cicada is going to retrieve the crossbow bolt that she used and reload as she regroups.
It's a little chipped, and you get the impression that some of them are just going to break just because, bones are pretty hard.
Okay.
You can only recover half your arrows.
That's fair enough.
So just be aware of that.
Yeah, and another thing worth noting, generally not worth trying it in the middle of a battle.
And here,
You're not going to burn through all 20 of them at once.
I mean, she doesn't know where the next undead is, so.
Yeah, I don't know, so I'm taking my action, reloading my crossbow.
From your position where you guys are, you can hear a little bit of the conversation that the two tieflings are having. I'm telling you, it will be perfect. Why did they give? Why? No. Clara.
Do you think? Okay. Do you think they? Does it seem like they've noticed us?
They have not. They're not really paying attention to you.
Okay, I'm gonna keep dealing with these undead, but I'm gonna keep an eye on them.
Sure thing. Clara.
She continues to play quiet, sneaking music and says, "Oh yes, the window is definitely the best way out."
You... What a burn. Oops. I pressed it twice, but, unfortunately, the skeleton is too dumb to understand your vicious burn.
Ah!
Are you?
Realizing that sacred flame is not working at this point, and seeing it can't go through the window, he will go up and swing at it with his sword.
Okay. That'll hit. Roll damage. Okay. You lop off one of its arms, and it sort of twitches on the ground a bit before going still.
You have the ability to that twice in one turn.
Sounds like the thing I would call to use before, but okay.
Not really. Look up War Priest.
I'm looking at it. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I can use it 3 times.
Yeah, as many times as your wisdom modifier.
Okay, then I see no reason I see no reason to hold back, so I'll use the War Priest feature.
Go for it.
Yeah. It takes up your bonus action.
Sorry, you don't have advantage, so that's a miss.
Painful
One
to see the net.
Corax.
Okay, well, okay, how is this one near a window?
No. It is inside a building and you can't see it. You only know it's there because you sensed it.
Where's the door on that building?
Front.
Alright. Through the door. Stab.
Alright, you go right through the door.
That's not it.
Here's the 2 tieflings that you can see, by the way. Though you can't discern color in the darkness, you can tell that they're tieflings.
Right. Well, my stab missed, and unlike Ryu, I don't get a second try. So, yet. So, that's my turn. Jezebel, you're up.
Yep. Ninja.
I'm going.
Rattle my bones.
Random. I can play them in numbers with bones. Let's see if they can do it with their rapier.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth a shot. I'd say you pretty much successfully did that. Roll damage.
Sneak.
Okay, 12 damage. Nice. You lop off...
Not
Pardon?
probably not enough to kill him, I'm guessing.
You slice right through the torso, knocking it down to the ground once more. It is now legless, but it's still alive, twitching and crawling. Cicada.
Okay, so because it is, I I guess it's prone.
It is.
So ranged attacks aren't going to do much. Gonna try and get over here and use a dagger.
Okay, stabby stab.
Stabby stabby. Aw.
Oh, this skeleton might actually get an attack off on us.
Clara, it is your turn.
Ah, yes, just keep fighting that window. You just might win.
Hisses at you. Or it would if it didn't crumble to dust.
Yeah. I was thinking, since it's technically bone, she isn't exactly sure where to stab. So
Fair enough.
that's
You stab the legs instead of the body that's moving. And
it just goes through a hollow part and does nothing.
I know I said it turned to ash, but no, it didn't turn to ash. Like the head's still there, so you can still get credit for it.
Okay.
Ryu, it is your turn.
Stupid enough to not be able to climb through a window, but smart enough to know when it's being insulted. I'll withhold my surprise until this is done. He's going to listen for any more.
You do not hear any more in your current vicinity. And I will allow you guys to move in whatever direction you wish, with a brief pause in combat because you guys are technically not in it.
Alright.
What direction would you like to go?
Now we're scanning the outskirts.
The dice says to go north.
We're right. North is going right outside the city.
We can roll the dice again.
So just pick a direction. Are you following the road? Are you gonna curve around northward, or are you gonna curve around southward?
Look, let's just go. Let's just check. Let's just look behind the temple. Let's just look behind the temple, and scan the rest of the city from there. All right?
Okay.
All right. I need you both to make perception checks. That guy doesn't move. All right.
It's too dark to see anything.
You do not hear any sounds. And that will be your turn. The skeletons...
I just got Harvey Volodarski.
The skeleton is going to slice at Jezebel with its short sword claws and miss. Alright.
I just basically just skip right over it with a little.
Let me do a. So its passive is. Alright, Ryu and Clara, roll me a quick stealth check, please.
Okay.
Wait, does Ryu have heavy armor or?
That doesn't
mind.
Clara does extremely well. She's playing stealthy music.
Alright.
It's not working.
So while they walk right past you, Ryu, not even seeing you there, a skeleton dashes right for Clara and swipes at her.
Oh, hi!
Ambush.
That has potential to knock her out in one hit if it hits hard.
It deals 5 piercing damage. It was a 19.
Ouch!
Gorax, 'tis your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish off. I'm gonna finish off that skeleton, and it's prone, so I have advantage. It's on the melee attack, right?
Yep.
Excellent. didn't really need to roll there because it only had 1 hit point left.
Actually, now that I think about it, you guys aren't exactly being stealthy, so this guy would have probably heard you.
Oh boy.
Is that fair?
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
He rolled a natural one, so he actually just dropped his sword on his way to come and attack you.
His arm fell off.
Yeah. There you go. Alright. Sorry for interrupting
actually-
you there.
Actually, if that's the case, that actually changes what I would do.
You may change your thing. I honestly forgot he was there because I'm doing 2 encounters at once here.
Okay, redirect that attack at him instead.
Sure thing. He takes 5 piercing damage.
Yeah, because I figure Cicada it can finish off this one.
Alrighty. Jezebel.
Hey, so they're both still alive?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're
This
both
one
still
is
alive.
having.
One's got 1 hit point left. This one's got some.
That's metagaming. It is
Alright,
low,
well.
but try not to say how much HP it has.
I know.
Then I'm just going to take a swipe at the one that's already crawling on the ground that I skipped over.
Go for it. That'll hit. And no matter what you do, it's dead.
Yep.
You get
Basically,
another.
I'm just going to slice off the head again, and then I'm going to stab it, and then flick it back over where I threw the other one. I'm making a pile.
Efficient. Cicada, it is your turn.
Okay. Once again, getting into position to attack the skeleton with my crossbow.
Go for it.
I'm
sorry, that's a miss.
Yeah.
It's
It hits a building.
Sorry. Clara, it is your turn. There is a skeleton in front of you.
Hey.
He does not seem to like your performance.
I glare at him. I say, "Do you not like my music?" And I am going to disengage and hide behind my fluffy protector
Okay.
and cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay. You heal for 4.
Wait, Cure Wounds is an action though,
Oh, wait,
isn't
that is the Cure Wounds. Ah,
I
My
think he meant
bad.
healing word.
yes, this one. Healing Word.
There you go. You heal for... Fine, you can heal for 6. Rear.
All right, he's going to attack this one with his short sword, or with divine favor.
Go for it.
Open attack, steal an extra 1d4 radiant.
I'm sorry.
War priest.
Eh.
no, that you've already used your bonus action.
This is true.
Oh,
Sorry.
It's painful, I know.
That's just the luck of the dice sometimes.
Yeah.
The skeleton is now very aware of you. Okay. You take 6 piercing damage.
I do.
Yes,
From the skeleton.
he attacked you.
Wait, what about the one that's attacking
I'm
Korax?
getting to him now. I was just moving the camera down. This
Okay.
one is going to attack Korax, and its other arm is going to fall off. It is now your
Yeah.
turn, Korax.
Yeah, I just parry its blows so hard that its arms fall off.
That's 2 natural ones right there.
But the flesh wins.
Yeah, this is like a. That its arms are falling off like some fucking Abbott and Costello shit.
Yep, it is your turn. And 10 will... I'm
Miss.
sorry. Jezebel.
Yeah. I'm going to, I guess, just saunter over around and just take a swipe at it myself.
Go for it. I'm sorry. Cicada.
Okay. Time for something fancy.
Interesting.
Yeah. I cast bees!
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh,
He succeeded.
Also, I think skeletons are immune to poison anyway.
no.
I'm sorry.
I
But now,
tried.
hey, at least you gave him some pretty bug accessories to try and make him feel better about his armless situation.
Oh.
You know, he's a little armless.
Wait, how is he even attacking us then if he didn't have armor?
He can't. He's lost both his arms. He only had the 2 arms.
Should we just yank off? Should we just yank off his head and move on to the next group?
Sure, I'll allow that. You guys slowly, fiddle with him, and you try stabbing him, and eventually Korax goes, enough of this, and he just grabs the thing by the neck and pulls the head off. It's still chattering away.
A little messy, but I guess it gets the job done.
That one's actually still alive, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just like an armless, headless skeleton just like wandering around.
Yeah.
Like it's not even attacking anything, it's just bumping into stuff.
Like a broken NPC.
Glora, 'tis your turn.
How are you on HP, Ryu?
I'm less than half.
Okay. Let's see. She is going to say, "How dare you attack my furry protector?" And then casts Healing Word on you.
Okay.
Wait,
Wisdom
I
save.
don't think you can use 2 bonus actions at once.
You cannot.
This mockery is an attack.
Oh.
Huh. So that's another natural 1 right there. You mock it so
Sad
bad that it looks depressed. Like, it's realized that it's a skeleton and there's only downhill from here.
Oh.
Ryu. You heal for 4, by the way.
Oh yeah. Okay, once again with the short sword.
You cut your finger and miss. You don't do any damage, and honestly, the skeleton pities you a bit. In fact, he sort of shuffles back a step. He's going to disengage and start shambling away. Because,
This is embarrassing.
yeah.
Yes, it is.
For
So,
pretty much half of us.
Yeah.
Korax, you've noticed that a group of paladins has moved from this area and is starting to engage these undead here.
But what did they swim across the river?
No, they swam across the river. But you can see that these skeletons are currently being engaged by a group. Well, some of them can't actually get out of the buildings, but you get the impression that that area is handled.
Well, in that case,
In fact, you guys are technically out of combat.
Okay.
okay, well, this skeleton over here, can I see it from here?
Yep. There's a window there that you can see it through.
I pull out my flintlock pistol and I take a shot.
Kaboom! Yeah, that'll hit. Do your damage. And that, 10 damage. That's a decent amount of chunks there. Jezebel.
That was very loud.
Very loud.
There are no, and the one I just shot at is the only other skeleton in the area. The ones to the south of us have all been alerted already.
She looks thoughtful for a second, and then she'll shrug and she'll lightly skip over nearby him, and see the skeleton he shot at, and then grins and pulls out her own. She goes, "Well, if you can't beat him, join him." And I'm gonna take a shot.
You miss.
No, Korax looks at her, or looks at the pistol, looks at her. You know, I have a feeling we're going to get along great.
Didn't I say that the first time we met?
Cicada.
Okay. I'm trying to get into position here. See the skeleton. I can just barely see it.
There is a window, so yes, you can see it.
Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna conserve my ammo. Gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Blessed. I'm sorry, you missed.
Okay, why are you using a crossbow when you have that?
She shrugs.
Who here?
Like, Korax is just busy reloading as he says that.
What's your passives? Yours is a 10 and yours is 11 and yours is a hex. Yours is a 12. Alright. Cicada, you can hear the one of the tieflings briefly say something a little louder than before, even though you're further away. That one just used a zappy blast of purple energy. Wasn't that cool? Come on.
Oh no.
Clara.
I wonder if they realize she missed.
So, Clara and Ryu, you guys can see that the undead is trying to flee. What do you do?
That's right. Run away. Maybe you will find your spine.
Alright, you're gonna mock again.
Such mockery, much wow.
Oh, wow. A natural 20. A double natural 20, actually. Ryu.
Okay, he's about to pursue the skeleton when he hears the sound of the pistol go off from the distance and his ears perk up. He looks off to the side and says, "Sounds like we're not the only ones fighting these things."
Thank goodness.
Good. That means we can stay focused on this one. 5, 10, 15.
It should be 30 feet away.
Alright. So he's going to run in with his short sword.
Alright. That'll hit.
Don't forget an extra 1d4 for Divine Favor.
I thought that only lasted the turn.
No,
Concentration.
Divine Favor. No, Divine Favor, like, it lasts a minute. It's basically Hunter's Mark, but for all your weapon attacks instead of just on a
9.
single.
So, you stride over and you lob its head right off. And with that, you all can see the paladins and the rest slowly moving to take care of the other groups and packets of undead. You don't know if what you did today helped curb the population much, or if at all. But you at least helped out and you made a little money on the side.
Yeah, can I go ahead and finish this one off?
Yeah, you can finish it off. I was just, so Ryu and Clara, you got 2 gold worth of...
That one's dead.
Yeah.
So 1 each.
Okay.
Yep. And
our group took out 5 altogether.
so, how do you guys want to split it? You know what? You guys find another undead and you, like, Clorax, as you're looking around, you see another undead and you go, oh, and bang, it's dead. You now have 6 gold.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, strike. Boom.
So everyone got 2 gold from that endeavor. Combat is now over, and yeah. Is there anything...
Didn't Ryu and I get 2 gold split in between 2 people?
That's right,
Yes.
that's right.
Okay. You
Yes,
said that
sir.
everyone got 2 gold, so I was
Yes,
just double
my
checking.
bad.
Yeah.
Brain. So,
Okay, now
is-
that the scrap's over, I'm gonna go talk to those tieflings.
So wait, is it we both got 2 gold, or we both get 1 gold?
you both get 1 gold, but they get 2. Teaming
Alright.
up has its advantages.
So, and you don't. So, undead are attacking the town, and you two are just watching. That tells me you might be involved.
The one that has a cup of coffee in his hand just says, unfortunately. What do you want?
Well, I want you to come with me to the Paladin station so you can give a full testimony. For
Yeah.
starters.
I'm not doing that. That sounds like a lot of work.
Yes, you are doing that. Now come with me. And he goes to grab the guy's arm.
You know, this could actually be really fun. We could go in and get ourselves turned in and... Could you just get us out of here, please? Oh,
No, you're not going anywhere. You're under arrest.
You see them vanish into a little bit of sparkling purple mist. And they appear... Yeah, they appear just a short distance away, like about... here.
I'm gonna try and hide in the shadows to sneak up on them.
You do realize we know you're there.
And
You are so cute.
I pull out my pistol and level it at them. I will beat you into unconsciousness first if I must.
Look, would it help if we told you we weren't the ones behind this undead?
Well, you were practically standing there and eating popcorn while watching. You sure as hell act like you were behind it.
I
They
mean,
could just be lazy.
yes, we're just lazy. Like, does my friend look like he wants to work?
And running from me would be a lot more work than testifying ever could be.
You know, she does
I
have
mean-
a point. It wouldn't be that hard. And he's like, you do realize we've got a very important schedule, right? Yes, but it would only take a day, and then we could go shopping afterwards. Wouldn't that be?
That pistol, Korax's pistol is still leveled at them, by the way.
Yeah, they don't seem to be bothered at all. Come on, can't we just... This music is too chipper.
I've got the music turned off, so
I put it on for the gaps in conversation.
I know.
So they both share a look and then they say, alright. I've convinced my friend. We'll come with you and testify.
Thank you very much. And I lead them and both to the halfling captain whose name I've forgotten again.
The name was Ferog.
Yeah, Ferog. Not Ferog, thank you.
So, Jezebel, what is everyone else doing while this is happening?
I
Okay,
was wondering
that
where
happened.
Ryu went.
That happened.
Does Jezebel and Cicada follow Korax into the temple?
Might
Yep.
as well.
Alright.
I mean, we're already a group now. Might as well stick together.
Gloria, you did see him run into the temple. Oh, unless Ryu wants to roll stealth. But you were distracted by the whole tiefling.
Like as soon as he saw Jezebel, he just noped the hell out of there.
Like, nope.
Unfortunately for Ryu, you see them entering the temple with two other tieflings in tow. And one of the tieflings has a mischievous little grin, as they say. Can't you? Go on.
Sorry. Cicada is going to ask the tiefling, the two new tieflings, who are you?
Oh, right. Names. I'm so rude. I'm sorry. I'm Tink and this is Boss.
Hello. My name is Cicada.
Hey,
Here's his-
Cicada.
He's like, your name is Boss?
What about it?
So what do you call your boss then?
I don't have a boss.
I mean, isn't that kind of obvious? His name is Boss.
He is
So,
his own boss.
You see that shirt he's wearing? You see the shirt? I got him that for his birthday.
Birthday.
Ain't it so
Oh,
cute
that's a
on him?
very thoughtful gift.
So the guard is just watching this and he says, I'll get them put in a cell and we'll get them questioned. Thank you for bringing those suspicious individuals to our attention.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, you all will give me those skulls and here's your gold.
Yeah, I just hand him a bag of skulls.
Alright, and
6 skeleton skulls.
Right, here you go. And you and Ryu got 2, he already got the gold. He's inside if you want to converse with him. You're not
Wait.
allowed, not allowed in. Clara, you can go in though.
Clara goes in.
Wait, did you say Ryu?
No, I believe I said nothing of the sort. I said Ryan.
You said right.
Yeah, I'm just going back in for the armory to restock on bullets.
They give you the amount that you had previously, but they won't give you extra.
Yeah, the amount. I mean, my bag's only big enough to hold the amount I had previously, so.
Just be aware of that.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
I will be, I will be enforcing. I will be observing a strict ammunition limit in this campaign, whether or not you choose to enforce it.
I mean, honestly, I didn't say they'd be giving you back your ammunition, but I'll allow it this time. Anyway. So, is there anything anyone wants to do or ask the tieflings before we wrap up?
Okay, Cicada needs to go back into the temple. She turns to Jezebel and goes, I need holy water. Be right back.
Oh, wait,
Yes.
let me go with you.
He steps in front and stops you and says, We do not have any holy water to give.
Oh, okay.
Jezebel looks suspicious as she goes, a temple that cannot give out holy water. Really now?
We've been using it to deal with the undead population. All of it is currently in use by our paladins and clerics.
Okay. I understand.
You're really making up this poor little cute Kenku here sad. Is there another place we can probably get some holy water then?
Jezebel.
You do
It is
realize how
fine.
much holy water costs, right? It's 25 gold.
Hmm.
I think
I was just
anyway.
asking for my
Not
friend
enough.
here.
I mean, I'd have to double check, but I think it's 25.
I only have 5 gold, so that's not happening.
That's too low.
Fine. Jezebel just sighs as she goes, I'm so sorry, Cicada. Seems some
It's
people are a little
okay.
bit rude.
It's okay.
At least I don't stalk people.
Oh, and how do you know I'm stalking somebody? And she narrows her eyes with a smirk.
He just gives her an unimpressed look.
I typoed. I meant her. And you can't edit these.
And
My
then she
bad.
gasps and putting a hand to her chest, she goes, are you judging me?
Yes.
Just because I'm a tiefling, you think that I'm going to stalk somebody?
Yes.
Wow,
So
discrimination
rude.
much? Really now? Yes, I might be a demon child, but that doesn't mean I'm up to no good. That's quite rude indeed. And here we are, trying to offer our services to help you out with this infestation you have.
You're helping us out for the gold. Don't pretend it's out of the goodness of your heart.
But I did want to help.
And you are, and you're getting paid for your help. But you're not getting holy water. We don't have any to spare.
Okay.
He glances
Wow, rude
to
indeed.
he glances to Clara as she exits and then says, "You're down in there?"
Yes. She then looks at Jezebel. Just a moment.
Oh, I remember
She
you.
says, I heard the person you're looking for skipped town the moment he heard of you.
Okay. I'm gonna give Jezebel the help. Do the help action for Jezebel. I'm gonna basically like she can see me from this angle. I think so. I'm just gonna like get her eye and just shake my head.
Alright, I'll give you advantage, Jezebel.
So it's insight then, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct.
Cicada has no clue.
You think
Cicada believes her.
something doesn't add up with that story, especially with Korax shaking their head, but they seem very genuine, so... And this person has been blocking you from going inside. It's possible that they skipped out while you've been distracted.
Oh. They seemed nice. Oh well.
Isabel still looks kind of skeptical. But then she'll just sigh for a second and she goes, well, alright then. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll run into them sooner or later. After all, they got my interest. And then she gives a big old grin. She goes, and when I see something I'm interested in, I just have to have it.
And well, Miss Jezebel, are you interested in a drink right now?
Be still, my beating heart, she says dramatically, and she flutters her eyes at Korax.
And don't usually get to play people with charisma.
Oh, I try. And she just grins, and then
No,
she'll loop.
Character.
Ah. she'll just grin and she'll loop her arm around Korax and she goes, "Lead the way, fine sir. Miss Cicada, are you coming with us?"
Yes.
And then she'll glance over to it's Clora, right?
Mm-hmm.
She'll glance over to Clora. She goes, "You're welcome to join us too." And then she'll grin and she'll go, "And you're welcome to bring any friends if you have any."
As long as you don't play any music.
She looks at Korax like, "You don't like my music?"
Your music gave me a headache this morning.
She just gives you this glare.
"Oh, you were the one playing that music." I was a little distracted, so I couldn't see who it was that was doing it.
Leave when you stop suddenly.
I missed that. What did you say?
I was quite relieved when you stopped suddenly for some reason.
Yes, there was some noise. Made it hard for me to hear what I was playing.
I heard that happens when you spend too much time around loud noise.
So, we'll get to the drinks next session, but is there anything else anyone wants to do before we wrap up?
Damn it. I know it's one of these. I'm trying to determine if he's trying to hide something.
I mean, he
Well-
seems like a pretty open book.
I being a completely open book.
So, anything else anyone wants to do before we wrap up?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, unless you want to do a sequence with Cicada and you know who.
Not yet.
That's fair.
Alright. So with that, we will wrap this session up here. Thank you all for tuning in, and thank you all for playing. And we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!
Goodbye!
Bye.
Goodbye.